Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
Hey, we haven't heard that in 3 months, Lace.
Look at that.
Shocks me.
I know.
A little wild.
Got to get used to being introduced again.
I tried to get that as I was on my maternity leave, make my husband every time I entered the room, like...
Meteorologist.
Yes.
Lacey Swope.
Here.
He wasn't up for it. He was not up for it.
We'll work on that.
Please, somebody call him. Guys, we're starting off a cool morning for your Monday. Back into the swing of things after a nice weekend. A lot of sport events over the weekend and a lot of cooler air has ushered on in with that cold front. We're down to 46 degrees in El Reno. That is the coolest in the state as of right now. It kind of has a fall feel. Soak it up, enjoy it. If you like these types of temperatures you had yesterday morning and this morning, which is even cooler in the metro, and we are warming up from here. We had the big area of low pressure, that counterclockwise flow off to the east now. What that's done has brought in that Canadian air. What you see in the yellow is sinking air, and that means it's dry, it feels fantastic, and it's cool. But things are changing. We've got 90s on the way as we make our way through the next several days. In fact, by next week, we could see some mid, even upper 90s before our next cold front arrives, and that looks to be about 9-10 days from now. So we're in a warming trend. Wouldn't know it as you step out the door. It's 50 in Edmond, 52 in Midwest City, 55 in Moore. It's down to 44 now. I need to update that graphic. 44 in El Reno. That's a little chilly. 48 degrees in Stillwater. It's 47 in Oilton. We're down to 49 in Sulphur with 50s and 60s in western Oklahoma. It just feels great. It's dry air. Winds are light in many areas. Winds are calm. We may start to see some pretty thick fog settle in parts of eastern Oklahoma. Some light fog possible in the metro, but I think the air is just dry enough. We're not going to have visibility issues. Just look a little hazy for a bit. 77 degrees at noon today, and by 3 o'clock, 84. That will be your high with the southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And this is a little below average this time of year. Our high is typically in the mid 80s, so that's what we'll see. A little hotter out in the panhandle, but all in all, we're in for a gorgeous day to start the work week. You can see where that colder air has made its way across the country, where you see the green blanketing basically across the Continental Divide all the way over to the Midwest. That's 40s and 50s across the region, and that cold front has stalled just north of Dallas. Dallas is sitting at 68. We need more rain. We had the rain over the weekend. Of course, that was just mainly for northwestern Oklahoma that had the really beneficial moisture out of that system. As it moves by, the heat dome is cranking back up. Yes, that ridge of high pressure is going to move right back over Oklahoma, squashing rain chances for the rest of your work week. We have a couple of isolated chances out west, but nothing really to speak of as of right now. This thing kind of meanders around into your weekend, and the main jet stream pattern is well to the north. But watch what happens into next week. Cranks up even more, strengthens. That means hotter temperatures into the first of next week. Some data suggest by about Tuesday into Wednesday, we're talking next week, this thing starts to break down, loosen its grip. That brings a cold front in, rain chances, and it's looking better. But we got to get through this hot stretch and dry stretch first. Now tonight won't be nearly as cool, so enjoy the morning this morning with those nice temperatures. Feels like fall. Tomorrow morning, we're talking low 60s. Tomorrow afternoon, here come the 90s with a south wind, 10 to 15. Some areas it could gust up to 20, and the winds pick up even more. Wednesday, the fire danger will increase in western Oklahoma, lower humidity out west. Winds 15 to 25, and here come the highs in the lower mid 90s. Not seeing triple digits, but it's still going to be hot. We're still going to have that kind of rush of hot air that lasts into your weekend. Speaking of your weekend, the state fair is just around the corner. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, low 90s, south breeze, mostly sunny skies. Looking good to head out to the fairgrounds here in Oklahoma City. And the temperatures continue to warm. Lower mid 90s into your weekend. South winds pick up. Look at the lows. Lows will warm into the 70s by the time we hit the first of next week. Not breaking records, but we're definitely closer to records than average by the end of the week. So the hot summer stretch, yeah, it continues. It's on. Our next cool down, I think, is about a day off that 9-day. So we're going to soak this morning up while we can. We're back with a lot more news and weather right after this.